In the heart of London, a moped rammed through the front door of a Rolex store. Glass everywhere, people screaming. At first it sounds like a car crash, but it isn't. It's a robbery. And it literally happened today. Within 3 minutes, masked men are inside, smashing up the place and taking all of the luxury watches. And then just like that, they're gone. It sounds like the start of a big budget superhero movie, where the hero comes in last minute and saves the day. But here's the thing, this isn't a movie, this is reality. And this actually happened at 10:50 this morning in London, just 50 metres away from Harrods. And listen, this story isn't just about some stolen Rolexes. This is a story of one of the most famous capital cities in the world struggling with organised street crime. Witnesses said they were in and out of the luxury boutique in minutes. And to be fair, the police apparently arrived very quickly. And that deserves credit. But by then, the damage was already done. And the fact of the matter is, we're seeing this type of crime over and over again in London. Mopeds or bikes, full-face helmets or bandanas. Crime that keeps on happening in the streets of the UK. And the fact of the matter is, these criminals have very little fear. But actually, the real question isn't who did it. It's why does it keep happening? And as a British guy, I'm actually curious, what is happening with the UK right now? Now, I don't live in the UK anymore. I moved away maybe 7 years ago. But every single time I speak to anyone who still lives in the UK, they all say pretty much the same thing. The country and the atmosphere there just keeps getting worse and worse. And the government don't know their arse from their elbow. And that is a British expression for they're completely clueless. Now, my wife has never been to the UK yet. And she keeps asking, when can we go to visit your family? When can we go to visit London? And because of stuff like this, I keep saying no. I don't want to take my young son to a city or to a place which is unsafe. And from the conversations that I've had with people in the UK and me asking why does this keep happening, people keep pointing their finger at the government. But the reality is, although I think there's some truth in that, I do think that this isn't just the current government. I think this is a string of very poor decisions over a decade. Since around 2010 in the UK, the police has been stretched thinner and thinner. The Metropolitan Police in particular has been warned about long-term funding pressures. And you just can't constantly stretch public safety resources without consequence. Listen, we've all seen the videos on social media where someone drives past you on a bike and snatches your phone and then they're off into the sunset. And criminals aren't stupid. Criminals are calculating the risk and reward. And the reward is a new £1,000 phone or a Rolex. And the risk, at least right now, seems very low. Try the same stuff in the United States and you'll be staring down the barrel of a shotgun pretty quick. Try that same shit in the UAE or Singapore or Japan or China, and you're going to be met with some serious consequences to make sure you never pull that sort of shit ever again. Different systems, different cultures, a different attitude to law and order. And listen, I'm not saying those countries have everything perfect. They don't, and no one does. But they do have a more safe environment for the public. And the worst thing is, this isn't even about money. It's more about the message that's being sent. And look, I'm sure the government has a lot of stuff to deal with, and limited budgets at that. They have all these competing problems and all these issues that they need to fix, and they only have a certain amount of money to do it with. But surely when British citizens are being robbed in broad daylight of their phones and their luxury watches, surely that should be pretty high up on their list in regards to priorities, no? And this is important because when the average hard-working person starts to feel unsafe in their own country, things start to change quite significantly. When someone feels like the government can't protect them, when they're paying their taxes to be protected, something else has to fill that gap. And what usually fills that gap is distrust and chaos. And then there's a thing that not many people are talking about. From a branding and marketability standpoint, the UK and London has taken a massive hit. Tourism, investment, retail. That is all money flowing into the country which can be used to enrich the country and invest in making it better. And right now, let's be completely honest, fewer people are looking at cities like London and thinking, I'd love to move there or I'd love to visit there. That feels like a safe place to go. Now, I'm not going to be arrogant and say that London isn't still a great place to go because it has a lot of history, it has a lot of culture. I'm British, so I've been in London numerous times and I love the place for what it is and what it can offer you as a tourist and also as someone who can actually live there. But the reality is, London has a lot of great things to do, but it also has people wearing bandanas with machetes trying to rob you. And then on top of that, the government has tried to tax the ultra-wealthy too much, and therefore the ultra-wealthy have all just flown off somewhere else to pay their taxes elsewhere. It's just left the UK in a very difficult spot. Because no matter who you are, no matter how much money you have, no matter what social class you are, every single human being wants one simple thing: safety. And once a city's reputation shifts from being safe and secure to being a place where, well, anything can happen, that's a problem that may not be able to be reversed very easily. That damage could last a long time. And listen, we all know that reputation can take decades to build, but it takes a mere fraction of that to shatter it into a million pieces. So here's a real question, and I'm actually asking you, is Britain actually broken? or do they just need a serious reset? Because what happened this morning in London isn't just a moped going into a doorway and some watches being stolen. I think it's a symbol. It's a symbol of the reputation of London coming crashing down in front of the whole world. But what do you think? Do you think this is just a one-off big city crime incident, or do you think there's something bigger here that we need to address? Has the government failed so much that it's taken it too far, or can we still turn things back before it's too late? So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'll be really interested to know. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, given the circumstances, and I'll see you in the next one. See you then.